Anyhow, let's continue on. Let's go on. Let's see, who do we got next? Next up here in the donos, I just want to remind everybody that I do have a hard stop at about 125. If this thing at 125 doesn't go for too long, I might just come right back up. If not, I'll definitely do a recap of any donos I didn't catch beforehand, okay? Yeah, you know, SB, I think we should have a little fun with that. I mean, I'll put that podcast on the Positive Wave Rider, but I really enjoyed our back and forth that we did on Discord. So I think we should just wing one. Okay, next up is Lateral Tap. Lateral Tap, let's see here. The band is called Magdalena Bay. I thought I'd go with something a lot less pensive than my last request and go with something a lot more fun with Magdalena Bay's Secrets, Your Fire, which is the fourth song from their 2021 album, Merciful World. I first learned of Magdalena Bay from YouTube's magical algorithm, where it served up their song, I think it said Chari. So that's like pigeon. Hey, bro, that thing Chari. No, I'm sorry. Also from the album Juju Cough. And was instantly a fan. You've listened to one of their songs in the stream before, which was Death and Romance. Thought this was a very different style with heavy synth pop, funk, and 80s, 90s R&B influence. All right, Lateral Tap's in the house. Everybody say hi to Lateral Tap. Lateral Tap wants us to listen to Magdalena Bay and Secrets. Let's do that. By the way, I said Juju. How many of you guys remember that candy called Juju Bees? Did you guys ever, I mean, you know, this was like back in the 1900s, but did you guys ever remember that candy called Juju Bees or something like that? Like automatically pull the filling out of your tooth. Does anybody remember that? I mean, for me, I remember these little things. It's almost like, why would they do this? I always wondered if Juju Bees or whatever those candy were invented by dentists just to F up your teeth and fillings just so you can go back to the dentist, you know? You pull your whole crown off, that's right. Is it still a thing? Oh my God, it's still out there? Oh my gosh, Juju Bees for the win. I mean, I still bought them. I was like, they can't be kidding, right? But I didn't have any fillings in my head. It was invented by a dentist named Dr. Satan. Yes, for sure. Pull the crown right out of your head. All right, guys, let's continue on. I'm sorry, it was a sidetrack because I'm old that way. Once again, this is from Lateral Tap. The name of the band is Magdalena Bay. The name of the song is Secrets, Your Fire. All right, here we go. Oh, yeah, Sexy's 80. Is that Mark Zuckerberg on the bass? Oh, no, sorry. Oh, I love this. Yeah, you notice that as an XP background? Yep. Sorry, guys. Ooh, nice engineering move. God, I love those dynamics of engineering of the tones and the sounds. Love her voice. I like that little high synth. It's kind of reminding me a little Snoop Doggy. Oh, I love that open, wide, super stereo bell stabby pattern going on there. She does have a voice that reminds me a little bit of, I'm trying to remember.
Make another friend. You think you know me, wanna show me that you're super in the know. Getting lost again. My third eye, prototype. Secrets. I don't wanna tell you everything about me. I don't wanna feed more oxygen to
Oh, that's who she reminds me of.
your fire.
Lewis Cole's lead singer in tone.
Sickness. I just need to give you everything about me. I don't need to feed more oxygen to your fire. Your fire. La, 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 la.
Mm. I love the video. It would be like a 3D version of Stardew Valley. That was a really great track to listen to. I love the subtleness of its simplicity, just in how, the changes were. But the purposeful arrangements and the sounds that are chosen to kind of reflect that 80s kind of vibe. And also, of course, the video was really super cool beans. I really loved her voice, though. She does remind me of Lewis's Cole's. What's the name of the band that I've covered them a few times? I don't know if it's called Lewis Cole. What's the name of is their band name? Anyhow, his singer, I believe, is also his girlfriend. Knower. Yes, thank you so much. So it reminds me of the lead singer of Knower. Just the same kind of presence in the voice. Ironically, they look like they're 5'1" itty bit, maybe 3% body fat, little tiny things that have these soft, subtle voices and stuff. So there was a little matchup in that. Also, another thing too, it's this choice of having with the I don't know if it's done in the engineering. I think it might be done in the modules where things kind of envelope down, where it goes I mean, it's still making the sounds, but then something is happening in the signal that makes it get into some really super kind of what I would think a null sounding EQing, and then it brightens up again. So I don't know if that's an LFO thing that's happening there. I'm so ignorant with that. I used to think I was pretty badass back in the day when there was like the Prophet VS or the Prophet 5 or the old OB8s and stuff like that with all the tone generating movements and stuff. But now things have gotten so complicated. It's almost like buds. I hate to put it that way, but that's what it kind of feels like. Back in the day, if I'm on a synth, like the OB8, the Prophet 5, the Mini Moog, even before DX7, because DX7 was the very first time they used FM synthesis and algorithm stuff, and I was like, complex. But before that, you actually turn knobs to make things work, and it was very simple, and it was but my parallel to buds is almost the same thing. Very simple, easy, didn't hurt you too much. Now it's like everything's really painful. You forget what you're doing. You take one look at this or one hit, you're like, yes, I went there. Okay, next up. So stupid. So old. Next up, we have in our lineup I'm sorry. I pressed my volume off when I started to cough, and I forgot that I did, and I forgot to press it back on. See, I was trying to be I love you guys. I was trying to be courteous and not coughing in the mic and sending you guys to, headset overload, but me being old as I am, I forgot to press the button again to put me back on. Thank you guys for your courtesy reminders. You guys are the best. Okay, this is from Michelson. The name of the game OST is Heroes of Might and Magic V. Have we done anything on that? Hey, Jeeves, I got another song from Heroes of Might and Magic. Apparently, another song. I've done that. I would like you to listen to this one. Is the main menu theme that plays whenever you launch the game and move around the menus between campaigns and multiplayer modes. So, let me see here. So this is called from Michael Zen. His request is Heroes of the Might and Magic 5. And the name of the song is Heroes of the Might and Magic 5 main menu theme. Okay, Michael Zen, let's go. And thank you so much for your kind dono. Here we go. It's a little low on the volume, but... Yeah, that's what I was listening for, Amon. I was like, why do I... Very nice build. Yeah, I love this for a holding page. Or getting your ducks in a row before you play. I love the chant aspect of the choral arrangement that's constantly going. I wonder if that's public domain, though. So if you're saying that this is what loops as you're going through your main, menus and stuff like that, what I love about it is that it's letting you know you're about to enter the cavern of hell or something like that. You're going to have some success, you're going to have some heat, you're going to have some, some things coming at you, but it really definitely is prepping you. To get your head in the game as you're choosing whatever it is that you're choosing in the menus. I'm assuming, I don't know how long that process is. The track is good enough just to listen to it on its own. Like if you just walk away and you make a sandwich and it's playing in the background. Beautiful live choir. Sometimes when I listen to tracks like this, I'm listening for whether or not it's live or not. Sometimes I can't, I'm not that good. I'm not an all-time pro at leaning into everything. Go, oh, that's fake. That's not enough. But what I love about the choral engineering on this is you can really, really hear the separation. A lot of times when I'm listening to that, just to get that vibe of the live choir, are syllables in choral performances, and the symbian, kind of stuff, because sometimes that could be just slightly a nudge off, which kind of makes it feel, obviously real as can be. So you see, so this was a turn-based game. Yeah, it definitely looked like it had some of the older, kind of gaming flex on there. But it was a very nice track. But obviously recognizable melody. A couple of the gang here chimed in with what it was. So, oh, you control the heroes, yeah. Okay, gotcha. But I like the darkness of the tone of it all. Just the whole thing was very, what I'm looking for, because I'm old. I can't remember today. Not Renaissance, but the other word. I always do this to you guys. I can't seem to ever remember that other word. Yeah, the Renaissance and somebody in the chat and or Renaissance or there's Baroque and medieval. Thank you. Baroque, thank you very much, and medieval. I'm just going to have to tattoo that somewhere on my bricks here. Thank you for that, Coleman and Silent Zori and Aman. I appreciate it. Okay, who's up next here? We have quite the list here. We're definitely going to have to go into dono hold pattern at 125, but like I said, there's a good chance I might actually come back after that. We'll have to see. Next up is, hang on, I'm re-strategizing here. Coral Reefer, how are you? You are up next. Another Tony Anderson track. This time I found this track from a documentary about hypercars called Apex. This is also how I found Tony Anderson. A Coral Reefer wants us to listen to Tony Anderson's Snowfall. You guys ready? Coral Reefer, are you here, buddy? This is you. Let's go. Digging this. Of multiple arpeggiations. But there is either a tonic or a drone pattern that's back there, that's at the center of this that I love. That's in that note right there. instrumentation there. Kind of reminds me a little bit of some Austin Wintory style music, you know, for like Journey, Nabzu as well. God, those long pull delays. Because he's only hitting, but the delay and everything, the effects are doing all that work. It almost seems appropriate for your name, Coral Reefer. I'm just saying, you know, this is nice and trippy, very chill. Such escapism. If you allow the music to just creep and rent space in certain parts of your head. It's that sense of peace. How this is finishing off. Going into like a propofol phase. I want to read you this really quick. This is a note from him. on this particular track that he has here in the description. He says, the Snowfall remix of Rise was written in 2012. I was unmarried at the time, and music hadn't become my full-time job just yet. Any music I produced had to be recorded after my normal workday was finished. Oh my God. How many of us do that, right? It's a lot of extra work that goes there. I'd stay up late into the early hours of the morning with no other goal than to write something that brought me joy. That particular winter, Kentucky got lots of snow. The soft, quiet kind. Outside of my little studio window, I'd often see it falling and gently coating the world outside as I worked, each layer making everything more and more quiet. There is a mystery to winter nights, and I hope this song has captured some of it. That was so well written. And then why not give credit where credit's due here? He says the violin was Liz Vamado, and the cello was Maria McKinley. What a beautiful track. There's no two ways about it. That was such a wonderful track. And I love the joy it gave me inside and the peace of mind. And really it does relay what you just said, that, little light, soft, fluffy snow that just gently, covers, the ground and stuff. I love the use of the arpeggiations. There was a lot of time that was taken to make this track. Even the end, the nice little piano that was being played was so purposeful, and it's so beautiful, so wonderful. So this was a great track. Tony Anderson for the win, without a doubt. And I hope he's still writing music. He has a couple 100,000 subscribers, and I hope Tony's still putting it out there. This was a beautiful, beautiful track, man. Thank you for sharing that with us. All right, what's coming up next here? Next up, we have, give me a second here, Hellskirm. Is that it? Hellskirm? Hellskirm wants us to listen to War of the Sundered from Endless Legend. Super cool music from the game Endless Legend, with the orchestra playing it in this video. Oh, so it looks like this could be a live orchestral version of this on YouTube as well. All right, Hellskirm, I hope you're still here. If not, you know where to find us. As if anybody's still here, or if you haven't left here, but you decide you got to leave, but maybe come back to listen to your stuff later, I do have a YouTube channel that I export this out, and 1 a.m. Is my usual suspect mod that will take it and automatically also put it on Odyssey, if that's how you say it, another YouTube-style track that doesn't block anything. So, okay, so let's check this out. This is from Hellskirm. The name of the track is War of the Surrendered, and it's from the game Endless Legend. Let's go. I don't know why I wasn't expecting that to move there. That's a bomba. That percussion. I think. Intimate. I love this. I wonder if this is a re-instrumentation, a re-orchestrating of it, or is this the original music for it? Nice. I love that right there. Very dry recording too, which fits the intimacy of the smaller section. When I say dry, no reverb. If anything, there could be a little bit of an ambience on the percussion. I guess that was it. Nope, a little more. Okay. Super intimate track, and smaller section. The percussion was the beefcake. The engineering was very soft and warm. Obviously there wasn't an emphasis on a little bit of a brighter mix and everything. Once again, I just want to, when I mention intimacy, that's usually the size of the section. When it comes to live performances like this, when it comes from orchestral instruments and chorals and stuff, there's different ways too. There's the Baroque style, also chamber style. I guess what stepped out of the chamber Baroque thing for me was obviously that big percussive drum. I thought it was a bombo. Oh my God, I can't even remember my own Argentine percussions. Jeez. But also what makes that also very intimate and close and feeling in here very much in the pocket is if they don't add reverb to it. And if they don't add reverb to it, then, obviously it's a little more in your face, whereas reverb has a tendency to give you the emotional or the listening illusion that something's in a distance, based on the kind of reverb that's being used, so that's a very purposeful tactic in mixing and stuff. Jess, did you like that explanation? Okay, let's continue on. Let's go. Who's rock and rolling now? Right now we have next up is Judgment Kazi. Judgment Kazi's coming on in, wants us to listen to Zetsuen no Tempest. Jeeves, what you're about to listen to is the opening for the song in the anime Zetsuen no Tempest. This anime is essentially a tragic fantasy romance series that takes place in our world, pulling elements directly from good old Shakespeare classic, The Tempest. It's a cult classic anime which, once it gets going, definitely has the fight for the world to save the girl vibe. This song from the band Nothing Carved in Stone always got me stoked. Sorry. If it got you soaked too, that would happen to me as an old man. I'd pee in my pants. He's stoked to watch the episode with a rocking vibe, killer bass, and a feel that just sets me on fire. So enjoy. Who knows? Maybe it'll spark a desire to watch this one day. All right, guys. This is Judgment Kazi. Sorry, that's so stupid, right? Judgment Kazi wants us to listen to a song from the anime Zetsuen no Tempest. The name of the track is Spirit Inspiration. All right, let's go. God, that drummer is crushing. It's a great track, but...
Inside, past all deception, you move on with your fist and your legs. Cover the wounds, no one is laughing. So make now your ally and leap before you look. If you don't trust the future, continue with that force. What is left to learn now? So do it. And when I looked inside,
I love the open hi-hat he's doing there on this pre-chorus.
Spirit inspiration, no, I can't lose.
So this is now where the bass player, I think, is going to put a phase shifter on his bass.
Be in yourself, add into knowledge, a new
Giving me a little Green Day vibes here. I don't know why. Oh, I love that. We're almost hearing just the send from the room reverb. I'm sorry, the return. It's giving me a little early 60s vibes here. I like that melody. God, this smokes. That bass player is freaking crushing.
If you don't trust that future, continue with that force.
That bass. This is going straight on my playlist. And I also love how long this song is. You know if you know. Kaz, this was such a badass track. Every bit of the musicianship was freaking stellar. Bass player, though, was absolutely cooking. The drummer was off the charts, was just like God tier. The other thing I loved about it, this just reminds me of older nostalgic recording techniques. You know, we get a chance to listen to so many different types of music and genres here, and you know, engineering. You know, my hats are always off to the engineers of the recording industry, and you know, in modern times, you know, when the thing is about the engineers, like anything else, like musicians and stuff like that, you get influenced by the music you listen to. And then slowly but surely you find that influence makes its way into your playing as a musician, but also for the engineers. And this was released 4 years ago. I don't know that that means that actually, or it was put on YouTube 4 years ago. So I don't know exactly how old the track is. But still yet, this is, to me, just such a big win for engineering as well. The sound, the tones, the miking, the technique, that weird, super cool little section, like we were just hearing the return of a small room, you know? Even if it's a decade ago, still yet, we're still talking the 2010s. I don't know what you call those. The 2010s, if you would, of an era where everything is so advanced. You know, and the technique, I think, you know, it's not a lost cause by any stretch of the imagination, but, you know, actually miking and doing all this sort of stuff. There's so many weird things you can do in post-production, or even while you're just, you know, trying to get the sounds that you want. You have so many more choices as an engineer to trick shit out. And sometimes you lean on it. This was just sounded fantastic. This is an autopilot onto my playlist, Kaz. Thank you. Also, sorry about that break. I'm just saying. That was funny. That was very me, though, right? You wouldn't be watching the stream if stupid shit like that wouldn't happen, right? Is what I'm saying. All right, guys. Next oop is going to be, who do we got here? Cherie, you're blue. You're blue. I'm going to get this wrong. Sorry, you're blue. Sorry, you're blue. Ah, would that be it? Let's just see. Sorry, You're Blue. What a great profile name. I hope you're still here. Sorry, You're Blue wants us to check out a song. See, I don't even know how to describe the vocal performance, but it's impressive. That's all the message is. The song here is from, it's a theme from a TV show called The Last Kingdom, and it's the main theme. I guess also this is the Danish National Symphonic Orchestra version of it with this lead singer. Yeah, it's a great, it's a great name for a profile here. I'll copy and paste it the way it is here. Here, I'll put it here. I thought it was great. I was like, that's a good one. I like this. That's the profile name. I thought it was really cool. All right, guys, let's do this. This is from Surrey Your Blue. And let's see what we got here. All right. Wow. Coming from a place deep within. This is brilliant. Well, what's the name of this band that does very similar, authentic, cultural, soulful music like this? They're huge, but I can't remember the name off the top of my head. Ilon, right. Thanks, William. Somebody help me on the language on what is being sung. Twist in the arrangement there. That was nice. I mean, through the whole track, there was always the presence of the tonic in there. Yeah, that makes sense. Amon, isn't the Byzantine kind of adjacent Phrygian? Except for that fifth? I'm trying to remember. Five was natural. Very emotional track. Not so adjacent. What an incredible performance. I know this is just an excerpt of it, but I would love to see what the rest of this performance looked like. You know, if this whole performance is somewhere in there, I'm going to have to definitely look that up. What an incredible performance. Definitely had the Hilung, and I always say it wrong, Hilung, vibe to it, which is very cultural, very authentic, very powerful, very, what I would say, earth maternal. You know, very Mother Earth, very sounds of the world, sounds of the energy of the earth and the world and all the spirits around you, kind of a thing. I always have been very mesmerized by this kind of music, and especially with the performers like this one here, who has those abilities to do just some unique things with their voices and stuff. But you just feel that it's what I would call a beautiful possessed. She's beautifully possessed. I think when you go into this kind of mode of singing, because all these very unique tones and sounds that she's obviously trained for bazooka years, it just sounds flawless, natural, as if it's just being channeled through. So yeah, so yay, that was Killer Beans. Thank you so much. Let's keep trudging on. I got about a half hour, then I got to dip out for a short time. Remember, once again, I have a lot of donos here. I have to have a hard stop in about 30 minutes. And then there's a 50-50 chance that I'll come back maybe at about 2:30, 3 o'clock my time today. But if I don't, I'll make up the dono tomorrow or Monday. So next up is... Anybody remember that? Dun 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 dun. Come on, somebody's got to remember that melody. Okay, next up is Set Code Cat. Set Code Cat, in for it. By the way, guys, that was Peter and the Wolf. That was Prokofiev. Let's go. Let me see. This song always resonates with me wherever I think whenever I think about a song to jam out to, and just find myself lost in it. Hope everybody enjoys it. Set Code Cat, how are you? I hope you're doing well. And let's see what Set Code Cat wants us to check out. Is a band called, I think I'm going to get this wrong, Kiltro, and the name of the song is Ofelia? Ofelia? I don't know. I did the best I could. I hope I didn't tear it up a new one, but here we go. This is for Set Code Cat. Let's go. And thank you for the kind donor. We already know we're getting into it. Oh, Stomp Boxers. Let's go with the band backup. Getting you in the vibe.
Think of a lot of things at the night, I never sleep when you're gone.
I love this. This must be maybe at a club or something. I know, it gives you that feeling like you want to pick up whatever it is you play. You want to get in with these guys. Let's go. It's intoxicating. that's the great thing about the looper work as well. Once they lock you into great arrangements and stuff, that's just settled. That's fully locked in through here, so everything else on top of it is just full cherries and cream and sprinkles. Got a little bit of the gypsy vibe to it. That's more of the rhythmical part of that arrangement. Da da ticka da ticka da da ticka 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6. That could be a fast 6/8 or a slow 4. Depends on how you want to count it. I guess with stompers like that, you can program 2 separate 4-bar turnarounds. Because I know some definitely changed there. Yes, sir. Played live in a music showcase there. I think this is the one of the things about loopers. Like I said, there's so much extra that has to go on when it comes to you're not only are you being a musician, but you're also being a technical kind of person. You know what I mean? In the sense that you're looping, you're pressing buttons, you're writing your arrangements, and you have to remember which one you did in order to set that one off and do all that. That's a lot of, for me, that's just thinking about what they're doing is making me go, of course, you just have to learn it. But there's a unique magic to that. And we talked about that about the other looper that we had earlier on the stream, but was more very digital DJ style. Nonetheless, it's still stacking the arrangements there. Since this was a live show, I'm looking at the mics and the setups and the stuff. Big tip of the hat to the engineer of the live show, too, because this sounded phenomenal. The other guitar player was really responsible for some really great additional, using guitar tones and stuff like that with really weird side chains and effects and reverbs and stuff. And that's another underappreciated aspect of rhythm guitar players. I think the rhythm guitar players of old are exactly what necessarily, I don't mean of old, let's just say the core root of rhythm guitar players was exactly that. They play the rhythm guitar, and then there's always going to be a lead guy. But now the rhythm guitar player can take on so much more responsibility because of all the effects pedals and things they could do. It can expand their possibilities as arrangers who are rhythm guitar players, you know, and it was really super evident in this as well. So this was a great track. Thank you so much, Set Code, Kat, for sharing that with us. I think everybody here seemed to have liked it very much as well. So thanks for bringing that. And that was kind dono. Thank you so much as well. Okay, let's keep going. Next up is, oops, stand by. How do I say this? Old Long Solitude. I think I got this right. The name of our friend is Old Long Hot Louie. What? Old Long Hot Louie? Forgive me. I sucked at reading license plates. Doing this on Twitch doesn't make my life any better. But anyhow, if you're still here, drop in and say hi. If not, you catch yours here on the replay on YouTube. His request message is, this is just a classic. So was that you or was that me on Discord? The name of the band is My Chemical Romance. We know My Chemical Romance, guys. Let's get ready for this. And the name of the track is Welcome to the Black Parade. Here on the Twitch Abbacado Show. Let's do this. All right.
When I was a young boy, my father took me into the city to see a marching band. He said, son, when you grow up, would you be the savior of the broken, the beaten, and the damned? He said, will you defeat them, your demons, and all the non-believers? The plans
I love the instrumentation on this right here. I know what we're in for, but this is great.
Because one day I'll leave you a phantom to lead you in the summer to join the Black Parade.
Wow, this is great. Nice lean on Queen, but with their own style and power. I love the Celeste in the back. I love the lead melodic work. God, this is a killer song.
Sometimes I get the feeling she's watching over me, and other times I feel like I should go. Ran through it all, the rise and fall, the bodies in the
Great background vocals here.
when you're gone, we want you all to know. We'll carry on, we'll carry on. And though we are still God, believe me, God, believe me, we'll carry on, you'll carry on. And
Great video too.
the anthem won't explain it. A world that sends you reeling from decimated dreams. Your misery and hate will kill us all. So paint it black and take it back.
Bouncing around on that harmonics there. 7th fret.
To the end we hear the call to carry on. We'll carry on. And though we are setting God, believe me, your memory will
God, this is produced so well.
we'll carry on. And though we are broken and defeated, your weary widow marches. Now we carry through the fears.
God, there's some great counter melody stuff going on back in there. still hear the full instrumentation in the back with the Celeste and everything. That was one of the most badass tracks I've heard in a long time. When I'm talking about, you know, like standing on the shoulders of giants, in the essence of, you know, taking a little production page from, let's say, Queen, and of course giving it their own style. There's some really incredible arranging going on in there. I don't know if because, yes, of course I've heard of My Chemical Romance as a band. There's no two ways about it. But, you know, if it's not necessarily on, you know, anything that I do and listen to, I've never went out and listened to them because my head was just so in the sand in my normal life, you know, so only in the last 5 years exposed to all these bands. So I don't know if this is their typical MO for their arrangements, that all their songs have this kind of robust, you know, powerful arrangement. But there's a lot that's going on back there. There's a lot of counter melodic things that are happening there between guitar melodies that are being played over the hook, while, of course, the singer's singing the melodic melody that he's singing. So there's a lot of these layers going on there, as if, you know, orchestrated, arranged, you know, by maybe, I don't know if they do their own arrangements in that capacity, or if this was produced in a way by the producer stepping in and doing some arrangements, or if this was that one song off the album that they went that far with, you know, and then, you know, pulling back to more of them as a band. I will say that because of my ignorance in the genres and stuff, there were some things that I heard in kind of in adjacent to Green Day. So I don't know if these are bands that are all in the same genre that are, or if that was maybe one track I heard of Green Day that sounds a little like this track from Chemical Romance or something. But I don't know. You guys will straighten me out on that one. That was a great track, automatic playlist track for sure. Okay, next up. I'm running out of time here. I've only, I think, got 2 more songs, hopefully. And then I have to take that break, guys, because you know I gotta. Is Misty Souls 2. Misty Souls 2 wants us to listen to Evangelion 3. The name of the song is Betrayal. Composed by Shiro Sagisu. Recorded with the London student... let me slow down. Let me get it together. London Studio Orchestra. This piece plays as the protagonist, Shinji, led into believing he can restore the world, pulls 2 spears out of the corpse of Lilith, a giant grotesque being nailed to a cross, resembling the crucifix of Jesus. However, although it was an act that Shinji believed would save humanity, it instead triggers a worldwide apocalyptic event, leaving most of Earth covered in red primordial soup with little life meaning. So, from Misty Souls, this is the song Betrayal, and the anime is Evangelion 3. Let's go. Bold, big, gnarly. Very dark, super powered, Gotham City heavy. has like a mass requiem kind of vibe to it. Gives us a moment to kind of recall, or maybe a moment of higher senses right here, like looking around. Somebody scooped in a little shovel of dirt here.
Once friends betrayed so ruthless, now dead is friend and friendship.
I would love to see this in scene.
Once friends betrayed so heartless, Eivør is crushed to ashes.
Dark. Is this an orchestral version of this? Or is this the music that's in the anime? Version from the third remake. What a beautiful track. Seems like there might be a little left here. Yes. What a beautiful track, man. That was gorgeous. But it definitely had very like a mass requiem kind of vibe to it. Kind of like a last pull, a last stand, a final breath kind of thing going for me. Orchestrally, it sounded fantastic. Would have loved to have seen this against scene. Sometimes that colors it in a little different for me. Very powerful, very dark track, very moving. I like, though, out of nowhere that he scooped in a couple times just some distorted guitar, as if to emphasize just a little bit of layer in there that steps out of what we are organically listen to as an orchestra, with the unexpected addition of a distorted guitar just in a couple places, you know, just to add that element of, you know, to it. I don't know that that's a great way to explain it. That's the words that I chose. Listen, guys, I'm going to dip out right now. So as you guys know, I've been saying this since the very beginning. I have to do a hard stop. If I get into another track, I'm going to miss what's about. I have to be present for what construction and some stuff that's going on. And so I've got to let people in and stuff.